Hudson Customer Engagement Volunteer Systems webinar. Today, we're going to talk a little bit about the new portion of the Customer Engagement Initiative that deals with registration, new registration, renewed registration, adult registration, girl registration, family registration, individual registration, troop registration. We're going to touch on all of these areas. First, my name is Eileen Hickey, and I am the Director of Business Operations for Girl Scouts Heart of the Hudson. I am also the business lead for the Customer Engagement Initiative. We're going to talk just a moment on what the Customer Engagement Initiative is, in case you're not familiar. The Customer Engagement Initiative has been put out by GSUSA to enhance the customer experience in Girl Scouting. We are doing this through 3 different components. First of all, we're doing our web platform. You may have noticed that we have a brand new website as of September 1st. We're very excited about the new website. I hope you are too. If you haven't been to it, please click through and go take a look and see what's around. We're looking for your feedback, and if there's something missing, please let us know. The second component is the Volunteer Toolkit. And basically, this is an online toolkit for our volunteers to use that will give them ideas for meeting plans, supplies needed for meetings, opening and closing ceremonies, and everything that a leader needs to do. Please tune into our webinar on the Volunteer Toolkit to get more information. You'll find 2 webinars, one for girls in the kindergarten through 5th grade and one for girls in 6th through 12th grade. So please take a look at that. The link can be found on our website. Today we're going to talk about the Volunteer Systems. Volunteer Systems, as I mentioned earlier, is the online registration program for everyone who wants to participate in Girl Scouting. So let's take a deeper dive into that. What can the Volunteer Systems do? In Volunteer Systems, a new member can join. She can join right away. No more interest forms. She can click a few buttons and actually become a member of Girl Scouts. Girls who are new to Girl Scouting and current Girl Scouts can choose a troop from the opportunities available right online at her fingertips. Adults can join as members, or they can join and begin the process to become a volunteer, to go through background check approvals, to do some online training right away, so they can participate in the troop experience right away. A troop leader is able to log on to Volunteer Systems and renew the membership of the girls and adults in her troop, in addition to renewing her own membership or his own membership and the membership of those in her family. Let's take an actual look on how we do this. I'm going to be switching right now to a demo site. Okay, you'll see that this says Girl Scouts of the Future. This is a site that has been put in place by GSUSA to allow councils to demonstrate to you, our valued customers and volunteers, what exactly is going to be happening. So let's say I'm new to Girl Scouting, and I just want to join. I want to register my daughter, and she's brand new kindergarten. So I'm going to click here and become a Girl Scout. And I want to get started. It's now going to direct me to a page on our website that describes just a little bit more about Girl Scouting. Keep in mind that we're currently on a demo website. It's not Girl Scouts Heart of the Hudson website. Okay? And I want to sign up today. I'm ready to register. The first thing it's going to take me to is the registration form. Okay? And I'm actually typing right into the registration form. I'm going to enter my daughter's name. Her name is Jean Higgins. Okay, and our zip code. Now you'll notice I'm putting in a zip code that's not from our area, and that's because as a demo site, they have just put some generic information in here. So when our site is live, you'll find that your zip code will populate troops and opportunities in your area. Now as I go through this, I'm continuing to put in the information. The caregiver's first name and the caregiver's last name is right here. And I'm doing all this while I'm talking to you. So it's really not taking a lot of my time, and it's not taking I don't have to refer anywhere else for any additional information. It's information that I know, that any parent or caregiver would know, and they're able to just put it in very quickly. Okay, my phone number. Again, these are generic numbers just for the purposes of demoing to you how a new person would register. So here I put my daughter in. Her name is Jean Higgins. School not found. Again, schools in our council would populate here. We have already populated them from the national database, and we've included our private and parochial schools in this list as well. My daughter is currently in kindergarten, and my name is Mary Higgins, and this is my email address, phone number, and I've heard about this at an event I attended. So now I'm going to continue. What it's going to do, it's going to give me an opportunity to choose how I want to participate. Now, my daughter may have been referred by a friend who's already a Daisy Girl Scout, and she may have a troop number, or I may be brand new to Girl Scouting, and I'm going to kind of choose something that's right for us. So we're going to use this opportunity right now. So how far am I willing to drive? Well, since I live in a little bit of a rural area, I'm willing to drive 10 miles. My daughter's going to be in kindergarten, and you can see that this information has already been populated from the first page of the information I typed in. So now let's search for what's out there for my daughter to participate in. Gosh, look at this. There are multiple troops that she can choose. I can register her as an individually registered Girl Scout, which in our council are called Juliets. I might not be sure of exactly I want, but I still want to register her, so I'm going to click Unsure, and that will give me an opportunity to populate and type in some customized information. Hey, my daughter is a second grader at Pine Tree, a kindergartner at Sapphire Elementary, and I'd really like her to be in the troop with so-and-so. And that person at the other end would be a staff member here at Heart of the Hudson, and she would then go find out what troop you'd actually like your daughter in. Or if that's not a big deal to you, you're going to look and say, you know what, I want her in a Daisy troop, a K1 troop. I really don't want her in a multi-level troop. So I'm going to take a look at the two opportunities that are here. One meets on Tuesdays and one meets bi-weekly on Sundays. You know, we're so busy during the day and she's only in kindergarten. I think I'd like her to meet on Sundays. That seems to work better for me. I see that there's room for 11 additional girls to join. And I see that they need 2 volunteers. You know, at this time, I'm not sure I want to volunteer, so I'm just going to register my daughter. So I'm going to click this opportunity. It's going to populate up here and says, this is my selection for Jean Higgins. Okay, and I'm confirming this information. This looks great. I'm going to hit next. And it's going to process. The next page is going to take me to a page where it's going to ask me for some additional information. Okay, so membership. What type of membership do I want? Well, I'd like to register her for the new 2015-2016 membership year. And this is where I'm going to put my address in. Okay, again, oops, sorry about that. I'm going to populate a city. And again, it's not around here, but that's because this is for demonstration purposes only. Okay, this happens to be in North Carolina. It already populated my zip code, my country, and this is in Wayne County, North Carolina. Okay, I do have to put my daughter's date of birth because it's important that I make sure I register her for the correct age level. So her birthday happens to be today, and she's 5 years old, so she was born in 2010. It also populated caregiver information. Oops, I forgot to type in the custodial care. She is in the custodial care of just me. Okay. So my information automatically populates Mary Higgins and my email address. My phone number has already populated. I don't have a mobile phone. My home phone is my mobile phone, so I'm not going to put anything in here. However, I can. And my address is the same as the girl address, so I can click that and it will automatically populate. And then I'm going to hit submit. Now I'm talking through this process, and so it's taking a little bit of extra time, but really this should only take just a few minutes. This is all information that the parent or caregiver should really have at her fingertips. So here I'm confirming the registration summary. I'm registering Jean Higgins for a girl membership. If I needed to edit this, I could. I could also add another membership if I wanted, but as I said, as a parent, I'm a little skittish right now, so I would just like to register my daughter. If I was requesting financial assistance, I would click this box, but at this time, we're just going to go through the process. As I click checkout, it then takes me to the registration, membership registration acceptance page. And here it tells me what the Girl Scout promise is, the law, and it automatically populates. The default is to opt in for abiding by the promise and law, agreeing to photo opportunities when participating in Girl Scout events, and opting into email. I can uncheck any of these if I choose to, but I'm going to leave them in because I want to know what's going on in Girl Scouting because I want my daughter to get the full experience. This box is not an auto-populate. This is a text opt-in. This currently is not being used by either GSUSA or maybe something in the future. So one can either opt in or not. That is their choice. I'm going to opt in at this time because sometimes it's much easier to get information via a text than it is when I have to check my email. So I'll opt in for text so that when it's available, I'll be right there to receive it. And I'm going to hit submit. The next page is going to take me to my order summary, and you'll see that I have a Girl membership at $15. It also gives me the opportunity to donate to Girl Scouts Heart of the Hudson. And it tells me how whatever donation, what type of, what it would cover in the Girl Scouts. So I think I'd like to donate $100. So that gives additional girls the opportunity to be Girl Scouts that may not be able to do that. If I want to donate a different amount, I can also opt in to the amount of money I'd like to donate, or I can not at the time. For troop leaders, service unit managers, and annual giving chairs, I'm happy to know that this information is automatically communicated to our Fund Development Department, who will credit the troop and the service unit with the amount of money that is donated to help the service units and troops reach their goal. So this is an automated process, and you'll receive the same reporting on this information as has been received previously on donations. So let's continue to payment at this time. This will take me directly to a payment screen. Now, since we are in a demo site, we're actually not going to be completing all the information on this screen. However, I'll just show it to you. Again, I can click that my billing information is the same as my mailing information, and then this is the area that I would be putting my credit card information. Again, I'm not going to do that at this time, and we're going to stop here. If I was to put my credit card information in, it would take me to another screen that asks me some of the demographic questions that are also on the paper registration, such as my ethnicity, my race, my employment, and that information. But at this time, we're not going to go there. So let's go back to our presentation. Okay, so we've seen how a new girl can register, and you'll notice that it only took just a few minutes for a girl to actually select a troop and become a member. Let's go down to the renewal process. Again, we're going to go back to our demo site, but we're going to do something just a little bit different. Okay, so we're back to our Girl Scouts of the Future site. Okay, and you'll notice that on this demo Girl Scouts of the Future website, there's something in this corner that's called My GS. Okay, when I click on this, it gives me a drop down that I can choose Home, Member Profile, or the Volunteer Toolkit. Now I'm going to take to the Girl Scout Heart of the Hudson website for just a moment. You'll see that we currently have a button, and that's because this is not live on our site yet. Volunteer Systems will be live on our site towards December. We are actually going live with Volunteer Systems in-house, internally, in mid-December, and as soon as that we feel it's ready for our volunteers and our customers, it will be live. It should be live the week of December, I think it's December 20th. It should be live for volunteers to register. Okay, so now let's go into my member profile, because don't forget, now I'm a troop leader or a parent, and I want to log in and see what my profile looks like and register my girls. So I'm going to click on member profile, and I'm going to log in. Okay, the login information was pre-populated. It will first hit a login screen, and then it takes you here, okay, to the home page. So let's click on Family Renewal. On this page, it tells me that Harriet Hudson is the member, and these are the troops that I am the troop leader for. Okay. Again, this is a demo site, and I'm going to show you some screenshots so you can get a better idea what it looks like. Okay. There's an adult renewal page, a girl renewal page. Then there's a page for my troops. Now, Harriet's a very active volunteer, and she is currently the troop leader for 3 different troops: 603-104. 603-105, and 603-206. She's a troop leader for a Daisy, a Brownie, and a junior troop. So you'll see that some of her registrations have been renewed. This is renewed through September 2016. And you can go through and see that some of them are lifetime members, some of them haven't renewed in a number of years. Our rates will go back 3 years, and you'll see that the council they're from or the lessons are all over, because again, this is a demo site. I'm going to back to show what you actually see, since the demonstration site really doesn't indicate that. When you're talking about a troop renewal, Harriet would be able to log in, and she would then see this. She would be able to see that Wanda has renewed her registration through September 2015. Please note that this presentation was prepared prior to October 1st, and so the only screenshots that I had to work with were those that were for the prior membership year. If Wanda was really registered for the current membership year, this would say September 2016. So let's just pretend that this is, we're in the beginning of September and we see that Wanda has re-registered. We also see that Jenny has not re-registered, that her registration is good through September 2014. So if I wanted to renew Jenny, I would click here. And I also want to renew Jane. It's the same situation. And then I would click on Renew Membership. This would then take me to a similar checkout process that I did on the new registration. And that's for troop registration, renewal. If you wanted to do family registry renewal, this process would be very similar. You would see the family members that are currently members, and then you would click on them to re-register her. You see that payment is pending for Sally because I probably have already gone through her registration process, but I'd like to now register Wendy. So I would click and I would continue here for registration. If I were to do an individual registration, the process would be the same. I would click to renew my registration or my daughter's registration, and then I would go through the registration process. Believe it or not, it really is as simple as that. Now, some of the questions that come up, let me just go back. The opportunities that are available when one is registering, they are populated by staff at Girl Scouts Heart of the Hudson, and for troops that have room in their troop, for troops that have room in their troop for new girls to join, they will appear on the website as an opportunity for new members to join. Troop leaders would receive a direct email automatically generated from the system when a new member joins their troop, and they would have all her information. They would also be populating into the volunteer toolkit, which I hope you'll watch that webinar as well, so you can see what exciting things we have in store, okay, for you, and what information is going to be available to you and resources are going to be available to you right at your fingertips. So I hope you found that this webinar is helpful. Should you have any questions, please email me at ehickey@girlscoutshh.org. There is also a page on our website for the Customer Engagement Initiative, which will have information on the Volunteer Toolkit, volunteer systems, our website, and frequently asked questions about the whole process. Girls, here at Girl Scouts Heart of the Hudson, we are working very hard to move at the speed of girls and to provide even higher customer service to you, our valued leaders and volunteers and parents and caretakers, so that we can make the experience for your girls even better. I thank you very much for your time, and I look forward to meeting you in person at one of our demonstration sessions. Thank you very much.